Now you're taking on the expedition to get this message to people worldwide. How do you plan on doing that throughout the
Well, I set up a
expedition?
website, extinction6.com. And again, you know, another, I've always been so focused on solutions. And sometimes trying to fix the problem creates a bigger problem. So I'm not going out and proposing, we need to start doing this, we need to start watching our consumer behavior, we need to start protesting, we need to start writing letters to the government, we've got to start vilifying businesses. I think it's too multifaceted, but instead, let's just get talking about it. I mean, we're living in a mass extinction that rivals that of the dinosaurs, and we cause it. I don't know if I haven't seen any media mention that. My hope is we just start talking about it. Let's put on the table that we're losing 35 species per day. We don't just have to worry about the rhino here. And I think through there, as soon as we sit with the problem, we'll probably end up at the same realization that essentially civilization has to collapse, or civilization in entirety, its whole relationship with nature has to change. But I think with the great idea is to get more people involved. These problems are not going to be solved by a few organizations and passionate individuals. It needs to be a talking topic for a hell of a lot more people, and it needs to trump our focus. We care about what celebrities wear. I'm like, is that how shallow our society has got, where we're killing animals left, right, and center, but we care more about Kim Kardashian's heels? So, yeah, I hope I'm not scaring you with all of this.
No, you're not scaring me.
I hope it's not too much at one go.
No, I think it's a conversation that needs to be opened up.
Exactly. And that's my hope, that extinction6.com. Essentially, this whole journey is based on extinction6.com. And if you go there, it just highlights it. It just gives you the facts, just enough to look there, and you'll sit back and you'll be like, jeepers, what are we doing to this planet? And from there, maybe we'll get something else, but I can't see that far right now.
Now, as an introvert, are you nervous? You're leaving in just about a month's time, and you're going with your mum.
With my mom. Well, when I went to the Amazon, when I was navigating the Amazon, I was supposed to be there for 5 months. It was a solo expedition, and 2 months into it, I was ambushed by these guys, and I was shot. They shot me 4 times, and I almost lost my life in the jungle. And eventually, after 24 hours, I got to a hospital. I had a punctured heart, a punctured lung, punctured windpipe, punctured carotid artery. I had shots all over my body. My life almost ended for this adventure. And what bothered me most is that people became more fascinated about my survival versus actually why I went there. But through this, what happened is I eventually got to a hospital, and I called my mom and I said, Mom, I've been shot. I'm in a hospital. They don't want to help me because I don't have money. And my mom was just thrust into it. Unfortunately, my mom managed to somehow find some people in this remote place in the jungle. And after that, I thought, maybe adventure is not my pursuit. But then I spoke to one guy, and because I planned to do this next expedition solo. And he said, you're taking your mom? I said, I'm not taking my mom. My mom wants to come along. And he said, well, I think your mom wants to come along because she wants to tag along for the journey and make sure she keeps you out of trouble like you had in the Amazon. But with my mom coming on board, it is comforting to be able to share this experience with someone. The Amazon, everything was just, internal experience. But my mom's also 50. And she fits the profile of an adventurer, even worse than what I do. She's also vegan, a very glamorous lady. If you had to look at her and then you had to talk about this actual project, you can't see the relation. But what's nice is that when she comes on board, I think she feels the same way about extinction and about how we treat each other and how we treat animals. And what's nice is she can communicate to people that I can't. The reality is when you get to 50, unfortunately, the perception is you've hit the plateau of your life. All your great experiences are behind you. Now you kind of are heading for your twilight years. But to be at 50, to be a female, she has the opportunity to empower people, to bring in an audience that would never have even looked at this expedition, to hook people into even looking at extinction that probably were never interested in the beginning. And having my mom, I think, it's also a great story. to get you across the ocean with your mom. You know, it's different.
Davey, well, we wish you and your mom the best of luck.
Yes.
We hope you make it to Rio in how long do you think it's going to take? About 4 months?
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6
Yeah,
months. All right, 3
yeah.
to 6 months. Remind us once again what website we can go to find out more about what we were speaking about.
Well, if you go to davyduplessis.com, it tags up to extinction6.com. Davy Duplessis will just show you, because the boat's also quite cool. It's once off, very customized pedal boat design. So you can see that. You can see the parts of the adventure on my website, which is Davy Duplessis, and then Extinction, which is way more important than a boat and crossing the ocean, is extinction6.com.
Davey, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.